he joking. He's talking about the Honorable Elijah Muhammad was to take lemons and do marvelous things with those things. And he, back then, when black folks didn't know what a new something was buying brand new trucks. You hear that? Brand new trucks, not to show off and to put big wheels and spinning rims on them, but he was buying trucks so he could move merchandise across the country and all over the city. So that's something to challenge even these young entrepreneurs. That's a challenge that Brother Charles is sending out to these young black millionaires and these businessmen riding around in all these expensive cars, buying big mansions and showing off and private jet airplanes and all of that. But how many brand new trucks you got? How many employees you got wearing brand new uniforms with your name tag on it? You know, saying Nation of Islam or Salam Bakery or something like that. You know, what the Honorable Elijah Muhammad achieved was nothing short of a miracle, and it's a very strong and positive sign to the world of the democracy and the aspirations of the founding fathers being fulfilled through the life of former slaves and oppressed people that the country was built on the backs of. For a son of a sharecropper, I think he probably worked, Honorable Elijah Muhammad may have even worked in the fields, and no formal education. Come and build an empire. That's what they said on the news. That's not me saying that. They said this man built an empire in America, a former son of sharecroppers. That's a miracle. That's enough. Your great-grandchildren are going to be talking about that long after you and I have forgotten about it. They don't remember Honorable Elijah Muhammad. He's going to live like the pyramids in Egypt forever. They're going to be studying him. They're probably studying his bones right now. But that's a great honor and a testament, like I said before, to Allah's power and majesty over His creation. Because we all belong to Allah first and foremost, and we're His property. And like they said, the return, Sister Robin, I knew I was going to come up here and try to edit that bio again. My father said that if you wasn't Allah with Allah, before you pass, and you ain't going to return to Him. You don't know where you're going, but you ain't going to return to Allah. So if you with Allah now, you will be with Allah in the next life. God willing, inshallah. And I know my wife, when I met her, she was with Allah. And the last word she said to me was the name of Allah. She said that Allah's given me everything. So I know that she was with Allah in life, and she's with Allah in the next life. God willing, that those of us in faith, that we'll all be together. Because I said, sometimes life can be so beautiful. When I was a kid, I used to love to hear them say that the next life is better than this life. And I would try to imagine, when I was a kid, candy, toys, being able to stay up all night, do whatever you want. I was like, ooh, I want to go to heaven. But then I experienced the life that I experienced. And I said, you know what? If my life is too much different from the way it is right now, seeing all my children born, living with my wife, and experiencing all the successes, the challenges, and the victories in my personal life, and seeing the beauty and the majesty of Allah's guiding my father, that's my blood, that's my father, that's the man that raised me in my house, seeing him do miraculous things and say things that just was, unobtainable for my little intellect. See, things come out of his mouth that were the answers to things that we thought were the power. We at the bottom. Black folks always been at the bottom. And I see the big people, the politicians, the school teachers, the government, people running the government, sitting up arguing and talking in confusion. And then Imam Muhammad would just come and straighten out all their problems for them. And they would be so arrogant that they would pretend like they didn't hear him. 5 or 10 years later down the road, you listen, you're saying the same stuff that Imam Muhammad was telling us 10 years ago. And so he's been the leader of the world. So experiencing that, I said to myself, Allah better not change the gender too much from what I had. I might say I take a pass. I want what I had when I was here. What I had was not short of paradise, and I still have it. I don't have my wife, so I got to work on the second half. So because the human being isn't complete without a wife. So, you know, just because y'all don't, in the future, if you don't see me next year, 2, 3, 4, 5, don't think it's not lack of trying. It's just I ain't a youngster no more, and some of them old skills I got ain't home. They ain't sharp. Or if they are sharp, I can't use them today. They're a little bit too tough. I might corrupt some of these youngsters out here. I'm joking, but I'm a Muslim. I'm a believer, so someday maybe Allah will bless me with some help if my children allow me, you know, inshallah. But that's important to me too. You know, my wife is gone, but I miss her and her the energy. I like the way Abel put it. He said energy. He said the energy, because whenever I see a woman, I'm around women that help or try to come and help and speaking with the children. The women, even when my daughter visits, I have an adult daughter. When she visits, a certain energy that women bring into the environment that men need. So I don't understand men that, you know, that would even risk going locked down in prison to get with a bunch of men or join a religious cult or organ or some group that's just all men. I think I slipped my wrist. You know, that's a dude. But I couldn't be around no bunch of dudes. As the old guys used to say, no bunch of high legs all the time. I couldn't handle it. Couldn't handle it. But that's Allah's mercy. He said, half of our religious responsibility, obligations to Allah, are fulfilled once you marry. You know? Yeah? So alhamdulillah. And I encourage that in all of the young people to pray like my wife prayed for a good husband and a good mate. That women do that all the time, but the men should also do it. If you want to have a good life, you should pray that God blesses you with a good mate so that you can have a good future, inshallah. Thank you.